We are
whenever I tell you to.
okay. It's just on the game. It's just the field right now.
And so we go. The first day of November means the first weekend of the high school football playoffs in District 10. And with that, it means a District 10 championship game. It's the Lancers and the Oilers for the 4A championship as we listen in to the national anthem.
Come back to the booth after this.
Okay. Pick this up.
It is a perfect night for football, and we are more than thrilled to welcome you, everybody. Welcome to Sox Harrison Stadium on the campus of Penn West Edinboro University. It is the District 10 4A Championship, and for a second straight year, features the General McLean Lancers, this time against the Oilers of Oil City. Welcome in, everybody. Isaac Petcash with you inside the broadcast booth. We're so excited to have you with us. There's no rain. The temperature for November is seasonably warm. We're ready for football. This Lancer team has not lost since the month of August. They come into this game 8-1, and for those of you who have been following General McLean throughout the entire year, one thing you knew coming into the season is that there were high expectations after a District 10 championship from a year ago and a run to the state playoffs. Well, those expectations have been met in many ways, and in other ways exceeded, as head coach Marshall McCormick looks for a second consecutive District 10 championship tonight. This game, though, not going to be easy. It is a rematch of a game that these two teams played a few weeks ago, specifically at the beginning of September. It was almost 2 months back. General McLean won that game 28-7. But this is an Oiler team that is rested, ready to go. They, of course, did not have to play a semifinal that they thought they would be playing against Meadville this weekend. Instead, we go straight to the championship game. Lancers sitting at 8-1 on the season. Head coach Marshall McCormick's team, the offense has been tremendous behind their quarterback Matt Cairo, the two big tight ends in Jared Corwin and Caden Hollier, and so many running backs and receivers to boot that are hard to guard. They will take on an Oil City team tonight that is led by a great quarterback of their own in Cole Finley, and an offense that has been able to run the ball nearly at will this entire season. So more than excited to bring this action to you as we take a look at the field now. These two teams getting set to take the field. General McLean will see run out of the tunnel in just a moment. It's a perfect night for football. Just a couple of clouds in the sky just to the west of Sox Harrison Stadium, and a bunch of General McLean fans and Oil City fans who made the trip here as well. Want to say thank you to General McLean for allowing us to put this broadcast in place, and for Jamie Soboleski, Athletic Director, for her support, along with PIAA District 10 for allowing us to put on this production and broadcast tonight. Very excited. Going to be a great game as we see the Lancers take the field for the first time in the District 10 championship game. This is a team in General McLean that has won the District 10 championship last year. If you remember, on this field, they took down Meadville en route to the state playoffs. A lot of the starters from last year back on this team. Of course, new quarterback, some other new starters in tow. A lot of the great players from the roster last season were a part of this year as well. These two teams are both 8-1 coming into this game. We talked about how General McLean hasn't lost since August 23rd. Oil City, they've rattled off 6 straight wins of their own since losing to the Lancers back on September 5th of this past season. So two teams, 8 wins, 1 loss coming into this game. We cannot wait. It is the matchup of the night, no doubt, between the Lancers and the Oilers. Taking a look at General McLean, led by head coach Marshall McCormick, this is how they will start. On the offensive side of the football, of course, their quarterback, Matt Cairo, just 2 interceptions so far thrown this season. Both of them, interestingly enough, were against the Oil City Oilers. Taking a look at the rest of the offensive starters for General McLean in the backfield, the running back, Cohen Beachley, number 22. General McLean will start at wide receiver, number 28, Kyle McConnor, and Gabe Montroy, number 4. The 2 tight ends starting today, 0, Jared Corwin, 11, Caden Hollier. We expect them to factor big into the offense tonight. Hayden Chong, Andrew Kennedy, Cole Gillette, Mitch Kofsky, and Ryan Benoit are the starting offensive line for head coach Marshall McCormick. As you take a look at Matt Cairo and the way that he has been able to play this season, it has been nothing short of tremendous. 30 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, almost 2,500 yards through the air for General McLean. He has been a stalwart in passing. Man, he's throwing the ball to Cohen Beachley, team's leading rusher, 419 yards on 72 carries, 7 touchdowns so far this season. On the defensive side for General McLean, the defensive line in the 3-4 format for Wayne Bradford, Cole Gillette, Ryan Benoit, Jared Corwin, the defensive line, Caden Hollier, Cohen Beachley, Luke Murkowski, and Nick Swenson are the linebackers. In the defensive secondary, it's Charlie Bennett, Logan Squires, Kyle McConnell, and Gabe Montroy are the starting defensive backs. Meanwhile, for the Oil City Oilers, this is a team, again, led by head coach Dan York, that's 8-1 on the season. Their offensive starters are as follows. Quarterback is going to be Cole Finley. He has been a big player this year for this Oiler team. He can do both, run and throw the football. He's got a talented arm, will be tough to guard tonight. In the running back position for the Oilers, Spence Singleton, senior, 5'11" for Oil City. Meanwhile, also at the running back position, Stephen Heiss, the senior, Blake Stevens, the junior, our other 2 running backs. Landon Baker starts at the split end position for Oil City. Tight end, Caleb Sparks is the starting tight end for Oil City this evening. And on the line, Ashton Wagner, Carson Foster, Lucas Wolf, Dominic Carson, and Derek DeLong for the Oilers. On defense, in the defensive secondary, we'll start with Maishawn Mills, the defensive back, Spence Singleton at safety. It's Stephen Heiss at the free safety position for Dan York's defense. Cole Finley also there as well at defensive back for the Oilers. In the linebacking positions, Blake Stevens of the outside linebacker will be a big part of this Oiler defense tonight. Braden Buzzard, Tyson Sindlinger, the three linebackers tonight. And on the defensive line, Caleb Sparks, Ashton Wenner, and Abdul Stanton are the three for the Oilers. As we take a look at the team captains on the field for General McLean, of course, Matt Kara there, the quarterback. Offensive lineman Hayden Chong, running back 22 Cohen Beachley, and Jackson Kaiser, receiver who is injured and out tonight, taking the field ahead of the opening coin toss. Coin toss, of course, is conducted before the game begins. Lancers won the toss. They will be taking the football to start this game, so we will see Matt Caro and the offense to begin this contest in what is expected to be a great game. District 10 championship here from Sucks Harrison Stadium.
Number 83, Caleb Sparks. Number 4, Cole.
I'm cutting the UK.
So the Lancers win the toss. They will take the football to begin this game. And before we begin, we have a couple more people to thank as well. Our big thanks to Mark Eisert and Millennium Sound for putting on this production with us tonight and giving us some of the equipment and cameras that are running on the field this evening. Also want to thank Casey Ramey, General McLean grad and current Edinboro University student, for producing this game this evening. He is what we call a wizard, and he'll be controlling everything tonight from the sights and sounds of Sox Harrison Stadium. Also, Ty Stuyvesant, who is Ty Stuyvesant at General McLean, for being a part of this broadcast as well. Officials gathering at midfield. Lancers decked out tonight. Their home red uniforms. They'll wear the white helmets, white pants with that red stripe down the side. Oil City in their white uniforms. They've got white pants, white jerseys, dark navy blue helmets, and blue numbers on the back of the jerseys. Like we mentioned, these two teams met earlier this year on September 5th in Oil Country. General McLean won that game 28-7, but a much closer contest than what the score would suggest. Oil City is a formidable foe. It was just a 14-0 game at the half. And Dan York's team is experienced in the postseason in this 4A championship. Winner of this game will advance to the state playoffs to play a team to be determined. GM got here last year to the state playoffs, that is, via a win over Meadville, the Bulldogs opting out of the 4A playoff bracket. And that set up this game. Lancers thought they may get a week off, given the likely three-team bracket that was put out. And, of course, Meadville making the choice to opt out and leaving us with two teams. Coaching matchups tonight, Dan York for the Oil City Oilers, a longtime head coach around District 10 in Oil City. He is one of the best around the area. And we talk about one of the best on the other side. It's Marshall McCormick for General McLean. The head boss for the Lancers has built an incredible staff, and we don't need to go on for hours about how wonderful of a job he has done, but it goes without saying he is a tremendous head coach. And General McLean, 2 straight years in which they have entered the playoffs with just one loss on the season in District 10 play. Lancers' only loss, in fact, in District 10 in the regular season the last 2 years is to Cathedral Prep a year ago. So they have, for the most part, run the gauntlet against District 10 teams, both in regular season and playoffs for the last 2 years, and 2 different starting quarterbacks to boot. Teams are on the field. It is a wonderful crowd tonight. General McLean, of course, bringing out the faithful. We're so happy to see everybody here, and for those of you watching on the stream, we're more than happy to have you along for the ride as well. Oil City, a good crowd as well. It's going to be a great atmosphere tonight. This is the lone District 10 championship game on this Saturday evening. To start the month of November. Those who have been around the game a long time know just how important this game and this time of year can be. If you remember back a year ago, in the District 10 championship game between GM and Meadville, the Lancers took the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. We'll see what happens tonight. Landon Riley is set to kick the football off for Oil City. General McLean with a couple of returners back deep at their own 10-yard line. There is a little bit of wind tonight, not a lot, but enough to potentially be somewhat of a problem for the kickers this evening, but we'll see if it gets to that point. Riley's left-footed kick is through the air, over end to the right-hand side, and it's picked up at the 12-yard line, and General McLean will start with it. Across the 25-30 is Kyle McConnell. He's got a lane, 45, 50, and did Kyle McConnell take the opening kick back again? He nearly did, all the way to the Oil City 30-yard line. It almost was deja vu for a second straight year in a row, and the Lancers are set up at the 30. Oh, we just mentioned GM took the opening kick back for a touchdown last year in the District 10 championship game, and Kyle McConnell had another lane and what seemed to be a potential touchdown on that play. So it sets up Matt Cairo and the General McLean offense for the first time tonight at the Oil City 30-yard line. Cairo, 30 touchdowns, 2 interceptions this season for General McLean. He has been a tremendous asset in his senior year. Puts a man in motion on first down, and they go that way on a jet sweep. Running left side and able to just get to the 28-yard line. Not much more on the play. Be about a 2-yard gain, and that'll be it for the Lancers on first down and 10. That's Charlie Bennett on the carry. 2 yards on first down. Lancers go quickly to the line on second down. Bennett again, right side. Not much doing on that either. So Lancers going with the left on first down. They go back to the other side on second down. Pickup of 1. So here comes third down and 7 for General McLean. So third down and 7 upcoming for General McLean. In case you just joined us, we're a minute into this contest. Lancers took the opening kick to the 30-yard line of Oil City on third down and 7. Cairo in the shotgun, sidecar right running back. He'll go with a pitch to the inside. It's Jared Corwin muscling his way across the 25 to the 20. He has a first down. There is a flag on the play. A little shovel pass that mimicked that of a middle screen, but we'll check the laundry on the field. And this one is going to go against General McLean. So the Lancers are guilty of a hold on what would have been a first down play to Jared Corwin, and so the ball moved back all the way to the 36-yard line. And instead of first down and 10, it will be third down rather, and 16 all the way back at the 36. Cairo in the shotgun. Motion man on third down. He goes play action. Gonna drop deep. Fires across the middle. Wide open is P.J. Mitchell. And P.J. Mitchell scores the first touchdown of the District 10 championship game. It's a 36-yard pitch and catch from Cairo to Mitchell on a beautifully designed play and a better run route. And the Lancers quickly up 6-0. So GM with a first down nullified via penalty get marched all the way back to the 36-yard line for a third and long, and they exact revenge on the very next play with a touchdown pitch and catch. Extra point on the way, extra point's good. And it's a 7-0 Lancer lead with 10:25 to go in the first quarter of play. As Marshall McCormick, the head coach of GM, loving what he sees from his offense early on. 4-play drive results in the touchdown after a kick return that came all the way to the 30-yard line of Oil City. So 7-0 here in the first quarter, 10:25 left on that first quarter clock. Again, so glad you're with us for this broadcast of the District 10 championship game, the Class 4A playoffs from Sox Harrison Stadium.
Right now I'm on Caden.
4 plays, 36-yard drive for General McLean. And the Lancers now set to kick the football off. Oil City about to get it for the first time as Carter Sidlinger, right-footed kicker, set to boot this ball away from left to right. Oilers have 3 men back deep to receive as Sidlinger's kick goes all the way into the end zone and will be returned from the 5-yard line. Cutting across the 10 to the 15 is Spence Singleton, and he is dumped. After a minuscule return, couple of Lancers were there, was Luke Morowski, who was first to the ball. And it pins the Oilers back deep. So early on in this game, we've already seen field position play a big role. Lancers just needed 30 yards to go to start their drive. Oil City sitting now with 85 yards on their end on 1st and 10. Cole Finley in at quarterback to start this game for the Oilers. He's in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Two receivers to the right-hand side. Finley give left-hand side. And this is the senior running back, Stephen Heiss, bucking his way across the 20, and they'll give him 6. Stephen Heiss started off the year extremely well. For this Oil City team, part of a big win against Mercyhurst Prep earlier in the season. And of course, as we talked about, this Oiler team hasn't lost since that loss to General McLean on September the 5th. Second down, Finley. It's a design quarterback draw, and he's got some space over the 25, and a first down for Finley and Oil City as they move the sticks to the 27-yard line. Early 7-0 lead for the Lancers in this game. Winner, as we talked about, will move to the Class 4A PIAA playoffs a couple of weeks from today. 9:32 left to go in the first quarter. In case you're just joining us, Lancers scored on their opening drive of the game after returning to the opening kick to the Oil City 30-yard line. GM stacking the box on first down and 10 rather. Finley on a design QB draw. That goes nowhere. Jared Corwin, 6'4", all of him draping over the quarterback to stop him behind the line. And it's a loss all the way back to the 24-yard line. Second down, 13 coming. Talked about how Jared Corwin, Caden Hollier can be incredibly talented on the offensive side of the football. Well, defensively, they're almost just as scary because they are not easy to defend for an opposing offensive line with the way that they can play on each end of the football. And Coach McCormick and in the defensive side, Coach Bradford can put them anywhere. Finley back on second down, under heavy pressure early. Completion out to the flat, but not much. Just a couple of yards. Stephen Heiss, the recipient of that pass. We'll get the ball back near the original line of scrimmage, and Oil City will have a 3rd down and 10. A couple of nice plays with the Lancer defense. Talked about GM's offense and how well they've played all season long, but the defense hasn't been too shabby either. Gave up just 7 points in the win against Oil City and haven't given up more than 20 in the last 8 games, including just 2 weeks ago, I should say, when they beat Cathedral Prep 28-14, and the defense tremendous. 3rd down and 10 for Oil City. Finley dropping, looking deep, fires across the middle. Man open, it's dropped at the 35-yard line. He had Maishawn Mills open and could not hit him. And it would have been a potential walk-in touchdown for Mills, but instead, in this chilly weather with some wind to play with tonight, ends up being a 3rd down incompletion, and Oil City will punt the football away. 8:02 left to go in this first quarter. 7-0 Lancers in front, set to get the football back. GM has nobody back deep to receive this punt. Oil City in max protect mode. As the snap is good and the kick gets away, bounces at the 45-yard line of GM and takes a nice Oiler bounce. 15 yards to be specific, and will be downed at the 31, so GM will have it back on offense for the second time tonight. I want to welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Isaac Petgash, Casey Ramey, our producer tonight, Mark Eisert working cameras, as well as Ty Stuyvesant and other production staff from Millennium Sound tonight. Second drive of the game for GM. 1st down and 10. They have a 36-yard touchdown pass to begin this game tonight. Gairo in the shotgun. He motions out the running back to the left side and now gives it back on a designed jet sweep play. Charlie Bennett picks up a couple on 1st down and 10 to the 34-yard line. And GM with a couple of runs early in this game. They've just thrown the ball twice, one of them nullified by penalty in the opening 4.5 minutes. 2nd down 7. Lancers like to go quick in this up-tempo offense. Coach McCormick switching the formation. It's a heavy set to the right. Bunch formation as Cohen Beachley goes in motion, and we get a flag. There's some movement before the snap on a handoff that was going to go to Gabe Montroy. Second penalty of the evening against General McLean tonight is a false start. With 7:20 left to go in the first quarter, it moves the ball back inside the 30 to the 29. So here comes second down and 12. Clock running. We near the midway point of quarter number one. Shotgun formation for GM. They've got a tight split set to the right side. Now they motion both tight ends and a receiver over to the left. Cairo. The snap. Handoff. Middle. Not much. They're trying to get Beachley going on that inside zone, and Oil City read it very well. Maybe a yard on second down, and here comes third down and 11. So Oiler defense has been stingy. In fact, you talked about how GM's defense has been great. Oil City has not given up 20 points or more since that loss to GM on September 5th. Mitchell, Corwin in motion on third down. It's a design screen pass, intercepted on the tip. Oil City forces the turnover. Cairo was trying to go back across his body, and instead it was batted and into the arms of the defensive lineman, and that will give Oil City the football. First and goal to go. It looked to me like Blake Stevens was the one who tipped it up into the air and made the interception, but we'll have to check again. And what a break for the Oilers as they force the turnover, and here we go. First down and goal now to go for Oil City after the interception. Cole Finley in the shotgun. Stephen Heiss in the backfield. Finley design quarterback draw, and GM was ready for it. Finley upended at the 10-yard line. He got to the 9 and lost the football, but was down before the ball came out, so no gain on first and goal. So great opportunity for Coach Wayne Bradford and his defense to make a big stand. With 6:05 to go in the first quarter, 7-0 General McLean in front. Oil City changing a couple of formations with some substitutions on second and goal. It's the fans on the edge of their seat. Oil City 9 yards from the end zone. Finley with 3 on the play clock. Now 2. He'll pitch it. Heiss cuts back to the inside. Tries to leap over the pile of red jerseys. And it's a miracle he hung on to the football as he got upended at the 5-yard line. That was a massive humanity that helicoptered Heiss into the air. And GM stingy on that run play. Will bring up third and goal from the 6. Tell you what, big credit to that Lancer defense for making the tackle, but Stephen Heiss, I thought for sure he'd have lost the football, did not. And so it brings up third down and goal from the 6. Oil City is a predominantly running football team, although they have a quarterback in Cole Finley who can spiral it. Heavy set formation on third and goal. 3 men in the backfield. Finley, play action. Rolling, firing, end zone, tipped and incomplete. And the Lancer defense comes up with a big third down stop yet again. The backfield making the play, Charlie Bennett making the stop. And it's now fourth down and goal from the 6, and Oil City with a decision to make to see what they'll do. 6 yards from the end zone. Dan York mulling over his options. Coach Wayne Bradford's defense looking to make a huge stand after GM turned the football over. Fourth down and goal from the 6. Oil City lines up to go for it, and before that, we get a timeout from the Oilers. We'll take a break with them and be back right after this. Lancers leading. Here we go, 4th down goal for Oil City. They'll fire to the back of the end zone, incomplete on 4th down and goal. Lancer defense with another big stop. And it was Bennett again on that fade route to the back of the end zone, incomplete. And it forces the turnover on downs. So General McLean, they throw the interception.
Yeah. Like, is there a way that I can not have to put it into pregame mode and just be able to hit the camera buttons?
And it gives GM the football back at the 6-yard line.
Okay. Well,
very interesting start to this game. Lancers took the opening kick back to the 30-yard line of Oil City. They scored a touchdown. And then after the touchdown, threw an interception on their next drive, but got the 4th down stop. 7-0 Lancers in front, 4:47 to go in the first quarter. 1st down and 10. This is a pass from Matt Caro over the middle, incomplete. Was looking for his tight end, couldn't find him, and it ends up being 2nd down.
Who's number one? Because it's not, Mitchell's not playing.
Second down and 10 now for General McLean.
Number one was the intended receiver on the pass.
From the 6-yard line, Caro in the shotgun, takes the snap, another flag. And it will be 2nd down and 13 now. Another false start penalty likely coming against General McLean. It would be the 3rd penalty against the Lancers tonight.
Okay, I'm on someone else.
This foul won't bring the ball back 5 yards. Just brings it back halfway to the end zone if so. And so the false start makes it 2nd down and 13 from the 3-yard line. 4:39 to go in the first quarter. Lancers in front here on this District 10 championship weekend for the Class 4A title game. Lancers looking for their 2nd straight District 10 championship. Empty set on 2nd down for Caro. He'll take the shotgun snap, go with a pitch pass right up the gut to one of his tight ends, and it doesn't go for much, just a couple of yards. Oil City was ready for that on the inside shovel pass, and it brings up 3rd down now and 11 for GM. 4:18 to go in this first quarter of play. Ball on the 5-yard line for the Lancers. Following that 4th down stop after the GM turnover. Shotgun formation for GM. 4 receivers in the pattern. One comes in motion from left to right. Caro. Play action fake. Under pressure. Had to get it out of the end zone before being tackled for a safety and throws it incomplete. Great job by Caro to get that football away. He had 2 white jerseys bearing down on him. And the Lancers will have to punt the football away, but they avoid giving up 2 points via the safety. Matt Caro has done so many great things with the football this season. As we talked about, 30 touchdowns in the regular season, 31 now on that first quarter touchdown pass. And now we get a flag on the play, and it could be that the officials are calling intentional grounding on Matt Caro, and they are. So the flag means, with intentional grounding in the end zone, that Oil City is going to be awarded the safety. So they call Matt Caro for intentional grounding. They said no receiver was in the area for the pass that he had thrown. And the Oilers, they don't get the sack for the safety, but they get the 2 points via the penalty. And Coach McCormick looking for an explanation from the GM sideline. And that makes it a 7-2 game. So Oil City gets 2 points with that defensive stand and the intentional grounding foul. And the Lancers will be forced to kick it away. We'll take a quick timeout. Be right back with Oil City set to get the football back. Back here with the District 10 Championship 4A classification game. Isaac Petcash in the broadcast booth. It's 7-2, General McLean leading Oil City, as the Oilers were just earned a safety on what was a intentional grounding call in the end zone. So Lancers up by 5. Oilers get the ball back on the kick return, and they have room across midfield to the Lancer 46-yard line. Nice return on the free kick, and it gives Oil City the football with good field position. That kick return was taken by Spence Singleton. And Oil City, for the second time in 3 drives, will have the ball at the GM 45-yard line. Folks, we want to apologize. We're not aware before the game, at least I was not, that P.J. Mitchell was not active tonight. So the number that I had called as P.J. Mitchell number 1 is actually Caden Hollier tonight. So apologies for that. We'll make that correction throughout the rest of this game. 3:45 to go in the first quarter. 7-2 Lancers in front. Oil City at the 45 of GM on first down. I formation. It's a give up the middle to the up back, and a couple of yards on that play with fullback dive. Brings up second down and 8 yards. Make it second down and 7 after a 3-yard game. 3:25 to go in the first quarter. Lancers and Oilers meeting for the second time this season. It's been a couple of months almost since they last played. And neither team has lost since that point. Of course, GM hasn't lost since August. Second down 7. Finley in the I formation, tries to fire to the right side, incomplete. Might have been batted by Luke Morosky, who tried to get a hand on that ball while the pass was being thrown. Nonetheless, incomplete. Here comes third down and 7 from the 42.
Okay.
Second time tonight, Oil City has been in GM territory. The Lancers got a fourth down stop from their own 6-yard line on the previous drive. Lancers looking for another stop. Third down and 7 from the 42. This time Oil City goes shotgun. Lancers crowding that line of scrimmage. We'll see if Coach Bradford dials up a blitz. He does not. 4-man rush on third down. Finley chased. Guns one. End zone incomplete.
Okay, now I'm cutting the air.
Was looking for Sean Mills in the front corner of the end zone. Lancers get the stop. Kyle McConnell there in coverage. And it's fourth down and 7. Oil City has taken the liberty of a few shots to the end zone early in this game, neither of which have been completed. So fourth down and 7 from the 42, and an interesting spot for the Oilers. It's too deep to kick a field goal. Do you go for it? Do you choose to punt? It looks like Coach Dan York will line up in punt formation. So the Lancers are set to get this football back with Oil City at the GM 42-yard line. Fourth down. And the punt is off. Wobbly kick, fielded at the 11 and muffed, but got back on by GM, as it was Kyle McConnell who coughed it up but was able to pounce back on top of it, and it brings GM another possession deep in their own territory. 2:48 left to go, first quarter, 7-2 General McLean in front. Happy to have you with us here on Lancer Link, brought to you by Millennium Sound. From the 13-yard line, Caro in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Man goes in motion. Caro is going to give it left-hand side on first down and 10, and rumbling across the left-hand side, Jared Corwin to the 21 on a couple of tackles that he was able to break. So here comes second down now and 2 after an 8-yard gain. Lancers going quick on second down, and a flag. Flag before the snap, as GM had actually motioned their quarterback Matt Caro out wide on that last play, and we're set to take a Wildcat snap. So false start is the call against GM. It's the 4th penalty against the Lancers tonight here in the first quarter at a 7-2 lead. See if Matt Caro lines back up at quarterback, and he will. Coach McCormick loves to go with different formations. You'll see them run a similar concept, but different packages in terms of who they have on the field. Corwin takes the football across the 20 to the 25. He's near a first down on a quick pass play to the right-hand side, and it gives GM in a first down indeed to the 24. So move the sticks with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Quickly, Lancers moving. Cairo, Corwin, same play. This time, Corwin able to bounce off one defender, get near the 30-yard line. Jared Corwin's a tough man to be down. He has get down rather. He's been a force this season. More than 500 yards receiving this year. 4 touchdowns to boot.
Okay, you get tight on people. Mr. Size can do the wrong stuff.
6-yard gain on 1st and 10. Here comes 2nd down and 4. Lancers again motioning multiple individuals to the left side of the formation. Gabe Montroy and the 2 tight ends. 2nd down. This is a give up the middle. Nice spin cycle move on the handoff play right up the middle for a Lancer first down. Cohen Beachley was the one who picked up the yardage necessary to the 35. He's been the team's leading rusher this season. 7 touchdowns for Beachley in his senior season. Really quick and shifty running back who's hard to bring down. From the 35, minute to go in the first quarter. Cairo, give, Beachley, right up the gut again. It gets a 5-yard pickup.
And on to Caden shot.
Lancers like to trust their offense. They'll have multiple formations they like to run, as we've seen. They like the personnel that they can use. Play in, play out, game in, game out. Saw Cohen Beachley take the last couple of carries, and now GM just puts Charlie Bennett in the backfield. 2nd down, 5. Man in motion, Corwin. Give. Bennett has some running room, has a first down. 3 straight runs up the A-gap yields another first down. This one to the 46-yard line with 30 seconds to go in the first. Lancers wasting no time. Man in motion. Cairo. Keep. Not much. In fact, that wasn't Cairo. They lined up Wildcat again. That was Caden Hollier who took the football on first down. Coach McCormick will do that a lot too, as he'll put the tight end, sometimes put a running back in the backfield to play quarterback for a play or two.
Okay, watch out.
That's been the MO of GM. Go fast and use everybody to the best of their ability. That'll do it for the first quarter. 7-2. Lancers in front as we will step aside with 12 minutes in the books. GM leading by 5.
This is the wedding of the century. Gotta make the most of this memory. You know who to call, yeah. You know who to call. Millennium sound, it's going down. The best DJ company in town. If you wanna party, you know who to call. Millennium sound.
Take a look at that great crowd. Not worried about the cold. Not worried about any of the elements tonight. As we're here for football in the District 10 championship game, 7-2. Lancers in front of Oil City as we get ready to begin the second quarter. Casey Ramey doing our production. Isaac Petcash with you in the broadcast booth. The lone touchdown of that first quarter was a 36-yard pitch and catch from Matt Cairo to
I'm on your shot.
Jared Corwin. Again, my apologies. I had called it as P.J. Mitchell. He's not in tonight as P.J., so Corwin the lone touchdown. And speaking of number 0, he's got the football on a 2nd down carry right up the gut. And is able to pick up 5 yards on 2nd down and 11. So 3rd down upcoming for General McLean from midfield. Oil City's 2 points were courtesy of a safety on the Lancers' 2nd drive of the game. 3rd drive, I should say. That safety, by the way, was due to an intentional grounding call in the end zone. 3rd down, 6 for GM. They need the 44 for a first down of Oil City. Cairo, little pop pass, looking for Corwin. He couldn't reel it in. And it's 4th down from midfield.
Caden, here's on.
And Coach McCormick with a decision to make with his team up by 5.
Okay. And Caden, you're off. Mark, you're on.
Oil City just had the ball around this part of the field their last drive. They chose to punt. Lancers will keep the offense on the field for now. 4th down and 6 from midfield. Hollier, Corwin in motion. They'll be in play for this 4th down opportunity. Cairo under pressure, and he goes down and lost the football. And the Oilers pick it up and running into the end zone for the touchdown is Hunter Montgomery, it appears. Oh my goodness, what a turn of events. It looked like Montgomery was the one that knocked it loose.
I'm not. I thought I lost.
Braden Buzzard was actually the one that picked it up and ran it into the end zone. So Oil City with a strip sack and a return for a touchdown. And the Oilers have taken their first lead of the night at 8-7. So it's the second turnover forced by the Oil City defense. They had the interception in the first quarter. This one, a strip sack and a fumble as Cairo was trying to find a receiver rolling to his right. And just like that, the tide turns yet again. An 8-7 lead for Oil City. Oilers are set to go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game. From the 3-yard line, Finley whips it sidearm style and missed his receiver. So it remains an 8-7 game. We'll take a short break. Lancers with the ball back when we come back down by 1.
This is the wedding of the century. Gotta make the most of this memory. You know who to call, yeah. You know who to call. Millennium Sound is going down. The best DJ company in town. If you wanna party, you know who to call. Millennium Sound.
8-7 our score with 11-11 left to go in the second quarter. In this District 10 4A football championship game between GM and Oil City. Oilers with their first lead of the night, courtesy of a strip sack fumble that was recovered by Braden Buzzard and run in for a touchdown. It is the second turnover that the Oilers have forced today. So the Lancers down by 1, set to get the football back. And the offense looking to do what they did on the first drive of the game. Left-footed kick is a squib and fielded at the 28 and just fallen on by GM, and they'll have it there to start their next drive. Happy again to have you with us. It is playoff time for several sports in District 10. That time of year as we hit the month of November. Still a decent night. We talked about before the game there was some wind. That wind has seemed to die down for the most part here in southern Erie County. Still a really good crowd on hand. Lancers looking for the lead back, trailing by 1. First and 10, Cairo. Give, left side, a little bit of running room across the 30, 35. And Beachley's able to pick up an 8-yard gain on first down and 10. GM wasting no time. Cairo marches him back up to the line and goes right back to his senior running back, shimmying across the 40. And Beachley has a first down. 10-yard gain for Cohen Beachley, and it moves to the 6 to the 42. Well, when GM gets going, they like to go fast. They'll switch out personnel every so often, but for the most part, you keep the same guys on the field when things are going well on offense. Nick Swenson into the game at running back. See him to the sidecar right of Cairo for the first time today. Swenson will get the call. Trying to buck his way to the left-hand side and got back to the line of scrimmage, not much more. A couple of Oil City defenders there to greet him at the line of scrimmage. No gain, second down upcoming. Abdul Stanton was there for the Oilers to make the tackle. 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter of play. 8-7 Oil City in front. GM has not scored since the first drive of this game. Cairo, quick pop pass. Caught, 45, and close to midfield is Jared Corwin. He's made a couple of big catches in this game, including that touchdown reception on the first drive of the game. And it becomes third down now and about 4. Lancers need the Oil City 47 for a first down. Back up to the line, quickly they go. Cairo now looking back to the sideline to get the play call. With 9:27 to go in the second. Oil City crowding the line. Cairo play action. Gonna loft one deep down the field. Has a man open, and in stride it is caught. Kyle McConnell into the red zone, first down. First time we have seen GM try to take the cover off the ball and go deep. McConnell, huge catch. And the ball now setting up at the 11-yard line. First down and 10. GM going quickly and incomplete. Cairo was trying to find Gabe Montroy in the flat, and he couldn't haul it in. So that pass moves the ball all the way to the 12-yard line. Officially, they'll spot it. And this is the first drive for General McLean that's gone inside the red zone tonight, with 9:05 to go in the second quarter. Cairo in the shotgun. Nick Swenson sidecar left. Puts a man in motion. Swenson up the gut, trying to buck off tacklers and spins his way to the 3. So it's third down upcoming for GM. Lancers can get a first down without scoring a touchdown, but they're not wasting any time.
It's you, Caden, and hold.
And now Matt Cairo directing traffic, and he'll line up at wide receiver. Here we go. Jared Corwin in the quarterback position. Direct snap. Corwin going to try to bulldoze his way in. He lost the football at the goal line. It's picked up by Oil City. What's the call? The ruling on the field is a fumble, and they're going to give the ball to Oil City. Corwin looked like he was trying to extend the ball over the goal line, and in the process had it knocked out of his hands. The officials are gathering, but at the moment it's Oil City football. And we'll see what the decision is here.
Okay. Cutting to you, Mark.
It looked like there was also a penalty flag on the play. And that penalty is against General McLean. So a lot happening on that play. And it's going to be Oiler football. So Jared Corwin fumbling the football at the end zone. And to boot, it appears that there was a face mask call against GM on the fumble run back. So Oil City is going to get 15 yards tacked on to the end of that fumble recovery run. And the Oil City defense has forced now 3 turnovers on General McLean in the opening half, with 8:29 left to go, and they'll have the ball back up 8-7. And Jared Corwin was just inches, it appeared, from that goal line, but just couldn't quite get the football over the line. So first down and 10, Oil City marching from their own 22-yard line. Finley back to throw, under pressure, fires across the middle, and he's got his man across the 40 to the 42-yard line to the arms of Logan Heath. And the Oilers move the sticks. Quick moving second quarter, 8:21 left to go. After a first quarter that seemed to be a roller coaster ride, both in terms of how long it took as well as the ups and downs that went with that opening 12 minutes. And like we talked about, really good crowd here tonight from Sox Harrison Stadium. Just a short drive for GM. Oiler fans making the trip as well. First and 10, Stephen Heiss gets the call and gets to the 46 before being brought down. Ryan Benoit was the man to the running back first. So second down upcoming after a 5-yard pickup by Stephen Heiss. District 10 championship here from Sox Harrison Stadium. Lancers trailing 8-7. Oil City scores courtesy of an intentional grounding in the end zone for a safety and a fumble recovery touchdown. Second down, Finley. 3 men in the backfield. Heiss is the one who gets the call, gets over midfield, but not going to pick up the first down. Lancer defense, nice job to stop him before the line to gain. Puts the ball right in the middle of the field at the Edinburgh logo, and it brings up third down and 2. Lancers looking for a third down stop from midfield. Down by 1. GM with 6 on the line of scrimmage. Oil City a tight formation. Heiss on third down. He is not going to get there. In fact, he lost yards. GM's defensive line penetration was there quickly. Caden Hollier was the one who was to him first. A couple of other Lancers there as well. Corey Weber helped to take him down. And instead of a third down conversion, the Lancers force a loss of 2, and it's 4th down and 4 from the 48. And now if you're Oil City, what do? They had a 4th down in mid-range last drive. Elected to punt the football away. So we'll see what they decide to do here. Oil City probably going to have to take a timeout. The play clock's at 3, now 2, and that's exactly what they're going to do. 6:02 left to go in the second quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. Oil City with a 4th down and a choice when we come back. .602 left to go, second quarter of play. Lancers trailing 8-7, and Oil City with a decision to make here. It's 4th down and 3 officially from the 49-yard line.
Okay.
6:02 left to go in the second quarter. Lancers defense looking for a big stop on 4th down. They crowd the line of scrimmage to GM. Oil City in the shotgun. Finley, play action. He's looking deep. A pump, a throw, and a catch made at the 38-yard line. Reeling that football in, Landon Baker, who had to contort his body to grab that football, but it's enough for a 1st down. Very slow developing play for the Oilers, but it pays off for a 1st down and 10, and it moves to the sticks.
The same shot.
5:40 left to go in this second quarter of play. Lancers have all 3 timeouts in their back pocket. Oil City is down to 1. But time of the moment, not really a factor. Still 5.5 minutes. High formation for Oil City. Lancers with 7 in the box on 1st down. Heiss, the carry, tries to bounce outside. Not going to evade the grasp of the Lancer defense. Great play there by the defensive reach of Charlie Bennett, whose name we've called a couple of times tonight. He's made a few big tackles. He's also made a big 4th down stop from his defensive back position when Oil City was knocking on the door of the end zone earlier in the first quarter. 4:55 to go in the first half. 2nd down and 9 now for the Oil City offense, And that box crowded with offense and defensive linemen. Heiss gets the carry, flag down on 2nd down. Not much doing for Heiss. Cohen Beachley wrapping him up in a bear hug, taking him to the ground. It's just a 2-yard gain, but we'll check the flag. And look at the penalty. A lot of laundry in this first half of play so far, as we await the call.
Caden, that shot that you have right now is awesome. Let's keep it that way for the rest of the game.
Officials heading to the Oil City sidelines, so we're still waiting to see exactly what the decision is. As it stands right now, 4:35 to go in the quarter. Well, it does not appear there was any flag that or penalty that was called. May have been an inadvertent drop of a flag. So here we go, 3rd down and 7 from the 35. Lancers looking for another defensive stop. I formation Oilers on 3rd down. Finley, play action, under pressure, looking to fire a screen, back across his body and nearly threw interception. GM was there defensively to make what almost was a pick. Luke Morosky laid out for the football, but couldn't corral it. But GM doesn't allow anything on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down and 7 from the 35 for Oil City. And again, a big decision for Coach Dan York and the Oilers. Oil City has converted a 4th down on this drive. It was a 4th down and 4 from the 48-yard line just a few plays ago. This one a little bit longer. 4th down and 7. Play clock at 3, now 2, and Dan York's going to have to use his final timeout of the half. So Oil City, with 4:11 to go in this first half, is out of timeouts, and we'll take one with them. It's 4th down and 7. Lancers looking for a big defensive stop on the flip side of this commercial timeout. Good look at this Lancer defense led by Wayne Bradford. Great shot from our Mark Eisert on the sideline with us tonight. Coach Bradford giving the directions to his defense before a 4th down and 7. Oil City 4th down, 7 yards to go from the General McLean 35. It is 8-7 Oilers leading the Lancers. 4:11 to go in this second quarter. Big play. Shotgun Finley. GM trying to stop what is in all likely a passing play. And it is. Finley to the sideline. Tiptoe catch is made in stride. And for the second straight 4th down attempt, it's Landon Baker who grabs the pass for a 1st down. So they've relied on the senior 6'3" frame, 189 pounds, Landon Baker listed as. And he has reeled in 2 straight 4th down receptions that have moved the sticks. And that one just moved the sticks too. They needed exactly the 28, I should say, for a 1st down, and they got there. 4 minutes, 2 seconds on the second quarter clock in the first half of this District 10 championship game. Oilers back to the I formation. They'll pitch it to Heiss, running up the gut. Heiss a bit of a lane inside the red zone, and he's got a 1st down. A couple of Lancers there, able to bring him down. That was Kyle McConnell first to make the tackle, but it moves the sticks and a 1st down for the Oilers. Well, the storyline of this game has been for both teams is whenever they get inside the red zone, they have struggled to score. GM just had the ball inside the 5 on the last drive. They fumbled at the goal line. Oil City has had multiple chances inside the red zone, and they've struggled to score on either of them. Their only touchdown has been on the defensive variety. 1st down toss to Heiss, this time to the left-hand side. Lancers do a good job of bottlenecking that after a 4 or 5 yard gain. In fact, crazy as this sounds, we have not had a touchdown scored from the red zone today. Lancers' first touchdown and only touchdown was a 36-yard pitch and catch, and Oil City's touchdown was of the defensive variety. The only points that we've had in the red zone area have come via the defense, when Matt Cara was called for an intentional grounding in the end zone that resulted in a safety. High formation on 2nd down. Another pitch to the right-hand side. No chance for Stephen Heiss. GM was ready for that. And a roar let out by Morosky as he tackled Heiss behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss on the play. And the ball back at the 15-yard line. Here comes 3rd down and 6. Another gigantic play for the GM defense. Lancer defense has forced 2 3rd down stops on this drive, but Oil City has responded with 2 4th down conversions. Sure glad you're with us watching this District 10 championship game. Pleased to bring it with you. Here for the Lancers. 3rd down and 6. It's a pitch. Heiss trying to get to the line to gain. He will. 10, 5, and just misses the end zone by a yard. Logan Squires saved the touchdown, but it's a 1st and goal to go for Oil City with 2 minutes left on the first half clock. And Marcia McCormick will call timeout for GM with the clock at 1:58. Still winding. With 1:49 to go, they'll put some time back on the clock. There's about 1:58 seconds left to go on the first half clock.
Have Mr. Steiger to the scoreboard, please. Will you ask him, reach over and tell him to go to the scoreboard?
So the ball now situated on the 1 yard line. It's 1st and goal for Oil City. Lancers will be kicking off to start the second half. They won the toss. They took the football. So a big chance for GM to get a defensive stop here. Remember, if there's one thing we've learned from this game so far is that nothing is a given on the goal line. Both teams have had the ball inside the 5 in this game tonight, and both teams have been unable to score. Clock officially reset to 1 minute 53 seconds. Again, glad you're with us. In case you're just joining us, make sure to tell your friends that we are live throughout the duration of this game tonight. 4A championship game in District 10. It proved to be a good one we expected and has lived up to the billing so far. First and goal from the 1-yard line for Oil City. Heavy set formation. Finley going to try to run this one in. He stopped at first. His second effort might have gotten him in, and it did. Touchdown, Oil City. And the Lancers defensive line had him stopped at first, but Finley, with that last burst of energy, pushes him across the goal line. And it's the first offensive touchdown for Oil City tonight. Puts them up 14-7.
They didn't pay the lead here, and they're complaining.
And now we'll see if the Oilers decide for the PAT or if they go for 2. Oil City did try to go for 2 after the defensive touchdown they scored in this quarter and did not convert. This is a big conversion. If the GM defense can get a stop, it would keep it a 1-possession game. Oil City will be going for 2. High formation for quarterback Cole Finley. Lancer defense looking for a stand. They'll pitch it to Heiss, running right, and is able to get into the end zone for 2. So it's a 16-7 lead for the Oilers with 1:48 to go in the first half. And GM looking for a score. They'll get the football back when we return after this short commercial break on your home for Lancer Athletics.
This is the wedding of the century. Gotta make the most of this memory. You know who to call, yeah. You know who to call. Millennium Sound is going down. The best DJ company in town. If you wanna party, you know who to call.
Caden, get your shot ready.
16-7 Oil City leading General McLean. Oilers have scored 16 unanswered points
40-yard line.
after a General McLean opening drive touchdown to start this game tonight. 1:48 to go till the half. Lancers with plenty of time to look to claw into this deficit. Oil City set to kick this football away. It's a squib kick and fielded at the 30-yard line. Host of Lancers trying to provide a block for the up man, and GM will have good field position to start this drive across the 35 to the 37-yard line.
I'm back on you.
And the Lancers will start there on first down and 10. So, Matt Cairo in this offense looking to get back on track. They had the ball at the 3-yard line last drive and were inches away from the end zone when Jared Corwin fumbled at the goal line. 1:39 to go, 2 timeouts for GM, looking to find the end zone or get some points before the break. Beachley in motion, Oil City going to bring pressure. It's a toss, Corwin lost the football, but they rule incomplete. Cairo tried one of those shovel passes that he's done a few times tonight, and Corwin just couldn't handle it, incomplete. Oil City wanted a fumble, they do not get one. So second down and 10 with 1:35 to go in the half. Second straight year for the Lancers in this District 10 championship game. They beat Meadville last year for the 4A title to advance to the state playoffs. Second down, shotgun formation for GM. Cairo rolling out right, evades pressure, and into the flats to about the 39-yard line for about a 5-yard pickup. It's guess who, Corwin again, been the receiver of choice for the Lancers in this first half. So third down upcoming, and they'll mark it at the 38-yard line, so 7 yards needed for a first down. 1:28 left on the first half clock.
Will you try to get them as they leave the field before the halftime? I don't know what Isaac's plan is.
Here comes third down for GM. They need the 46 of their own, for a first down. Two receivers split left. Caro in the shotgun. Beachley, the motion man. Caro, middle screen. Hollier with room to run. Bowls over a defender, and he's to midfield. And a much-needed first down for the Lancer offense as they move the sticks. And look how quick they go. Clock still not a factor yet. 1:21 left to go. Caro, a deep drop. Looking for a man. Has his man. Across the 45 and into Oil City territory is Gabe Montroy. So GM, with a couple of chunk plays in a row, picks up another first down. And a late flag is thrown on the far side of the field. That flag was thrown way after the play had ended, so we'll check the penalty. And they're going to call offensive pass interference on General McLean. Well, that was a very late penalty marker. I had thought with how late it was thrown that it might have been an after-the-play altercation, but the officials converse and they deem offensive pass interference. So nullify the 15-yard gain and move the ball back 15 yards into GM territory. So 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 25. 1:10 to go first half. Lancers down by 9. They do have 2 timeouts if they need to use them. Caro, just a 3-man rush for Oil City. He'll fire right side, was looking for Beachley on a wheel route, couldn't corral it. An incomplete pass with 1:04 left to go in the half. 2nd down and 25 for GM. Penalties have been a bit of a factor in this first half as well. GM has been snake-bitten with a couple of costly ones and a couple of big moments in the first 23 minutes so far of play. 3 receivers right on 2nd down. Caro, play action, goes out right side, hits his man, 40, 42, and driven into the Lancer bench is Kyle McConnell. So it'll be 3rd down now for GM on their own 42-yard line, and they will need the Oil City 40 for a first down. 3rd and 18. If it is 4-down territory for Coach Marshall McCormick, you do have the option to get some yards back here, make it a 4th down and more manageable. Remember, Oil City also out of timeouts, so if you're looking to not give the Oilers the ball back, running the football is an option here. 58.9 to go in the 2nd quarter. Caro going to drop back, going to fire right side, tipped, incomplete. Oiler defensive line getting their hands on the football and forcing the incompletion, and it's 4th down and 18 for GM with 54.5 seconds left to go, and Coach McCormick sends out the punting unit. So GM's offense unable to take advantage of that last possession of the first half. And a 4th down punt upcoming. Kick is a high spiraling kick. Will bounce at the Oil City 30 and take a nice Lancer bounce. It's picked up at the 15. Look out, muffed by the Oilers. But able to get it back is Maishawn Mills. Mills trying to run all the way across the right side of the field. That's never going to work. Taken down at the 10-yard line by Corwin, but we get a penalty marker on the play at the 10. And we'll check the foul. Take your camera off the injury. As there is an injured Oiler player down, I believe it is Maishawn Mills, who was tackled in an awkward position while trying to return that kick.
Okay, Mug, when you get down there.
We'll check the flag.
You're good, you're on, Mug.
37.7 left to go in the first half. And a good sign, Maishawn Mills is able to walk off the field under his own power. Never like to see it on either side. Injuries are the worst part of the game of football. Just hope he's okay. Hope he's able to come back into this game and participate even further. The flag was a personal foul penalty against General McLean. I think they're going to get Corwin for a horse collar tackle, that or a face mask. His hands were around the helmet area of Mills. So he's going to put the ball at the 15-yard line. And Oil City with 37.7 seconds will either kneel this football or see if they decide to try to air it out with no timeouts. 16-7 they lead. Around the shotgun. Finley just going to take it up the middle. Cole Finley with the lane. Across the 30 to the 35. And now Oil City might decide to go quick. We'll see. Clock running with 27 seconds to go in the half, and it does not appear that the Oilers will do much more with it. Coach Dan York content in all likelihood to take a 9-point lead into the locker room. Remember, Oil City will also get the football to begin the second half as well. So that will do it. 24 minutes of football are in the books. And Coach Marshall McCormick and the Lancers with some work to do in the second half of play.
As you go, Mark,
So we will take a break for halftime. The halftime score, Oil City 16 and General McLean 7. We'll be back in just a few minutes to get ready for the second half as we continue along on our broadcast of General McLean Lancer playoff football, part of a Lancer Link and Millennium Sound production. And with that, we welcome you back inside the broadcast booth, everybody, on a gorgeous Saturday evening, I should say, for football on this November 1st. Isaac Petcash inside the broadcast booth at 16-7. Oil City leading General McLean as we get set to begin the second half of play. Happy to have you with us again. Thanks, everybody, for being a part of our production tonight, for Millennium Sound, for helping to sponsor and run the equipment with this broadcast. Casey Ramey, our great producer who's been doing so many great things both for GM in his career and as well as Edinburgh University. And, of course, thanks to Athletic Director Jamie Soboleski and for District 10 for participating and helping us through this broadcast. Been a tough first half for the Lancers. They've had plenty of chances to get the ball in the end zone. A couple of costly turnovers have hurt them, however. 3 turnovers to be exact specifically, including a fumble on the goal line by Jared Corwin, a strip sack that Oil City took back for a touchdown, and a turnover that resulted in a safety when Matt Cairo was whistled for intentional grounding in the end zone. Lancers' one touchdown did come on the first drive of the game when Matt Cairo hit the tight end Jared Corwin for a 36-yard touchdown, and that's where we stand right now. The Oilers with a total of a touchdown and a safety on defense in terms of scoring, and then on offense they do have a 1-yard touchdown run from quarterback Cole Finley. So a lot of football left to be played. Still at least 24 minutes left to go, and the Lancers, as we know, they are a resilient bunch with head coach Marshall McCormick, so we'll see how they can attack the second half to begin. They'll start the second half on defense. Oil City will have the football to begin the third quarter of play as we bring it back onto the field and take ready to begin the second half. Lancers have not lost since the month of August. Oil City has not lost since the General McLean game back on September 5th. Lancers in that first half had an opening drive touchdown on a pitch and catch from Matt Cairo to tight end Jared Corwin. Oil City with a offensive touchdown by Cole Finley on a 1-yard touchdown scamper and a defensive score on a strip sack fumble recovery for a touchdown. Oil City also has a safety via an intentional grounding in the end zone that GM was guilty of in the first half. 16-7 our score. Back for the third quarter. Isaac Petcash in the broadcast booth. Casey Ramey, our producer. Mark Eisert at Millennium Sound, helping us throughout our broadcast tonight with the equipment and technical process. And again, thanks to Jamie Soboleski, our athletic director at GM, along with District 10, for allowing us to be a part of this District 10 championship game. Kick goes through the back of the end zone, so the Oilers will have it first down and 10 to begin the third quarter of play. And the Lancers, having given up 16 unanswered points, will be on defense to start the third quarter of play. Great crowd on hand from Sox Harrison Stadium. A chilly but pleasant evening. It is November. We could have snow on the ground. We could be in freezing temperature territory, so we'll take what we can get weather-wise. Cole Finley, the quarterback. Stephen Heiss, the running back, on first down and 10. Coach Wayne Bradford setting his defense. He's got 5 on the line of scrimmage, 7 in the box on first and 10. Finley, the snap, will go with a play-action pop pass to the right-hand side. Caught Maishawn Mills, but not much. On a first down reception, great defense by Gabe Montroy, whose name we've called a lot tonight, as he makes the tackle following a minimal gain of 1 yard. Good to see on the Oil City side Maishawn Mills back in the game. He did leave the game for a brief moment after getting hurt on a punt return, so good to see he's okay and back up and in the game. And GM would like to keep him and the rest of the Oil City offense at bay. Second down and 9 from the 21-yard line. An entertaining game so far. Shotgun formation for the Oilers. 2 receivers left for Finley. Keeps it all the way on a quarterback draw. Tries to bounce it all the way outside. Caden Hollier giving chase, and eventually GM drives him out of bounds on the near sideline. Montroy yet again knocking him out and making the tackle. And so an early third down for Oil City as the GM defense tries to get off the field. Gain officially is to the 26-yard line, so third down and 4 for the Oilers. The most recent Oil City touchdown drive, GM got 2 third down stops, forced 2 fourth downs, but could not keep Oil City off the field on fourth down. Lancer sideline coming to life on third down and 4. Finley the snap, under pressure, fires to the near sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Landon Baker, but it was too tall for the big body, 6'3" receiver. And an early 3 and out for Oil City, exactly what the doctor ordered for GM, and they're about to get the football back. Landon Baker has been the target of choice for Cole Finley on big downs. And so they're able to get the stop. It's GM. And it's fourth down and 4 for the Oilers, and they're set to punt. From their own 15-yard line, the punt is a high kick, but a short kick. Bounces at the 47 of Oil City and takes a roll into Lancer territory at the 47-yard line. So GM started the game with good field position. They're going to start their first drive of the third quarter with good field position, just 53 yards from the end zone. Lancers have not scored since the opening 2 minutes of the game. They went 36 yards in 4 plays, and since then have not been able to find the end zone. Matt Caro directing the offense, 31 total touchdowns through the air and ground this season. One of them tonight. Cohen Beachley to his left on first down and 10. Caro goes to the left-hand side, incomplete. He's trying to find Kyle McConnell, could not corral the pass. He's second down and 10. Well, you'd like to think in the second half, GM would love to go quick. They had a couple of chances early in the game in which they really felt like they could go fast, move the football, be aggressive. And they've gotten the ball in the Oil City territory multiple times, just 7 points to show for it. Jared Corwin, Caden Hollier in motion, the 2 big tight ends. Corwin was a big factor in the first half. Whistle on a false start, so I'll go against General McLean. Penalties have been a problem for the Lancers in this game today. In fact, to my knowledge, I'm not sure I've seen Oil City commit a penalty tonight. Andre has been all against GM. Ball back to the 42, second down and 15 for the Lancers. 10:50 to go in the third quarter. We've just started the second half here in this District 10 championship game in Class 4A. Caro with an empty set on second down. Claps his hands, 4-man pressure, gets it out quickly. Caught, man in the flat. That's McConnell, breaks the tackle. 50, 45, McConnell to the races. Trying to tiptoe the sideline and out of bounds into Oil City territory. Kyle McConnell turned on the Jets on a play that looked like it would just be a 5 or 6 yard pickup, and instead he gets it all the way down to the 20-yard line of Oil City. A 45-yard gain on second down and 15. And the Lancers trying to go quick. We'll wait for the play clock to reset. 10:40 left to go in this third quarter. GM now knocking on the door of the end zone, 20 yards away. Coach Marshall McCormick directing traffic from the far sideline, These was in those home red uniforms. Same ones they wore when they beat Meadville last year for the D10 title. Caro, first down. It's up the middle for Beachley, who gets the call and picks up 4 hard-earned yards. Lancers going quickly again. Second down and 7 inside the red zone officially now at the 18. Down by 9, trying to score for the first time since early in the first quarter. Man in motion on second down. Nick Swenson in the backfield on second down. Caro gonna fire it to Hollier at the 20-yard line, and Hollier gets spun down for a loss. That was good defense by Blake Stevens, who was one-on-one with Hollier in the flat and brought him down. So it's third down and 7 upcoming for GM. Maybe 8 with the ball resting on the 20-yard line. Lancers need the 12.5 for a first down. 5 wide receivers in the pattern. Interesting formation with just 4 down linemen. They go out to the right side on a screen. Charlie Salvo's got the football, tries to get to the line to gain, and he is close, but not there. Nice pickup by Salvo, but the Lancers are a yard short, and it's 4th down and 1 from the 12-yard line. GM will go quickly. No hesitation from Coach McCormick, lining his troops up to go for it. Cairo on 4th down. Will just wait for directions from his coach. Now he takes it. Fires left side. It is caught. McConnell, did he get the first down? He did. Was taken down by 2 Oil City defenders as soon as he caught the football, but he held on and picked up the first down for a 2-yard gain. And it's 1st and goal Lancers from the 10-yard line. So can GM break the house down? Knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Cairo, shotgun. A 3-step drop. Lob to the corner, incomplete. Trying to find Hollier on an out route and just missed him. 2nd down and goal. 8:41 to go here in this third quarter of play, I should say. Lancers have been trailing for the better part of the last quarter and a half. They scored the first touchdown of the game, have given up 16 unanswered points since. But knocking on the door here, 2nd down and goal. Cairo in the gun, he's got Beachley to his left, sends a man in motion, gives it, Cohen up the middle, churns the legs and picks up about 4, maybe more closer to 3.
Okay. I'm not on you. I have you on standby.
So here comes 3rd down.
I'm on you, kid.
And goal from the 7. Lancers that close to pay dirt. 8:12 to go in the 3rd quarter. Cairo with Beachley on his right. 2 receivers to the right on 3rd down. Drops, fires, end zone, man open, it's incomplete. McConnell had it just slip through his grasp. And it's 4th down. So a decision to make for Coach Marshall McCormick and GM on 4th and goal from the 7. Trailing by 9, 8:02 to go in the 3rd quarter. A titanic play upcoming for both of these teams. Bunch formation, top of the formation. Receiver in motion, Cairo. Rolling, right side, fires, Hollier, intercepted in the end zone. Oil City forces a 4th turnover in this game, and it's the starting running back, Stephen Heiss, who picks it off. And the Lancers not able to convert on a 4th down and goal. We'll take a quick timeout. Lancers trailing 16-7. Oilers with the ball when we come back here in this District 10 championship game.
This is the wedding, wedding of the century. Gotta make the most of this memory. You know who to call, yeah. You know who to call. Millennium Sound, it's going down. The best DJ company in town. If you wanna party, you know who to call. Millennium Sound.
General McLean coming up empty on that 1st down and goal to go, and an injured player walking off the field. I believe it was Caden Hollier who was down on the play, the intended receiver on that 4th down pass. Hope he's okay, and we will check his status as we go through this game. 3rd quarter clock with 7 minutes and 53 seconds left on it. And the Lancers, for the 2nd time in this game, with the 1st and goal to go, that have come up empty. Defense trying to do their job and make a stand. Down by 9. Oilers with the ball at the 20-yard line on 1st down and 10. And they'll go pitch. Maishawn Mills trying to get the corner. He's got a 1st down. or close to it, across the 30 into the far sideline, knocked out of bounds, and it will move the sticks. 12-yard pickup on first down and 10, and Oil City with a fresh set of downs. It's been a game so far of just so close, but not able to convert for GM. It's had a couple of chances to punch the ball into the end zone, haven't been able to do it. Defense, though, has done a great job of keeping them within 9. First and 10, Oilers, the 32-yard line, shotgun formation. Running back to the right of Cole Finley. They'll go QB draw on first down and 10. Finley, not much. Good defense by GM. Into the pile, Ryan Benoit. First 2. And maybe a yard, if that, for the Oil City quarterback. Beautiful night for football. This is the second of 2 days in the first week of District 10 playoffs. Friday, Saturday games taking place throughout both nights to conclude October and begin November. 2 receivers near side, second down. Another quarterback draw. Finley trying to get to the outside. Gets past 1, but not a second. Logan Squires was so close to making the tackle behind the line. So here comes third down and 3 yards to go. Oil City's mantra in the first half was that they could not convert third downs, but did convert fourth downs. They converted 3 of them, to be exact, in that first half of play, 2 of which came on a late touchdown drive to go up by 9. Lancers crowding the box, looking for a third down stop from the 38-yard line. It's a quarterback draw again, and Cole Finley has a first down. So 3 straight plays, Oil City has gone to their QB. And the senior quarterback, Cole Finley, picks up a first down. Looks like Caden Hollier is back in the game, so good to see him back on the field. He'll certainly help with middle of that defense. Coach Wayne Bradford. 2 teams with a combined record of 16-2 coming into play tonight. GM's only lost to DuBois in the first game of the season. Oil City's lone loss to GM on September 5th. Lancers again, crowd the box on first down. Guess who? Finley, QB draw. Not much doing, but he spins out of 1 tackle and able to churn the legs forward for a nice gain to midfield. GM had him behind the line, it appeared, and then Finley kept those legs moving and picked up a few more. Donnie Burke was one of the ones who got to him near the midfield stripe. Third quarter clock, 5:57 left on it. And it will continue to wind, and Oil City perfectly content to let it wind. Up by 2 scores. In case you're wondering, if you're just joining us, how we got to 16-7, Oil City has actually scored 3 times. They have scored 2 touchdowns, 1-yard touchdown run, a fumble recovery touchdown, and a safety that they forced. GM has a touchdown that they scored at the beginning of the game. Second down, Stephen Heiss around the left end. He's got a first down for Oil City into GM territory at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on second down and 6, and it moves the sticks into GM territory again. Both of these defenses, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, have been stingy to say the least. In fact, since the GM Oil City game in September, neither defense has given up more than 20 points in any game this season. First down, Finley was chased way behind the line of scrimmage. Just about made it back to the line, not much further. And we'll give him 1 yard on first down. Second down and 9 upcoming for Oil City. For the Lancers, a couple of huge wins, including their last victory 2 weeks ago when they beat Cathedral Prep 28-14. Lancers with wins against these Oilers. They beat Meadville, Warren, Fort LaBeouf, Corey, Franklin, and Harbor Creek. Oil City's wins, meanwhile, Harbor Creek, Mercyhurst Prep, Meadville, Fairview, Grove City, Erie High, Warren, and Franklin. A couple similar opponents in region play for both of these teams. Stephen Heiss out of the shotgun on second down, tripped up right around the line of scrimmage. Jared Corwin in the middle there to make the play. A couple of other Lancers there as well. Charlie Bennett, we've called his name a bunch tonight. He was the one who made the tackle. Another third down upcoming with 4:37 to go in the third quarter. It's a 16-7 Oil City lead. With the ball on the 42-yard line. Lancers looking for another defensive stop. In all likelihood, they'll have to do it for 2 straight plays. As the Oilers, in all likelihood, going to go for this on 4th down unless something crazy happens. GM going to bring pressure. 6 to Cole Finley. Looked for the screen pass, and it was dropped by Myshawn Mills. One of those situations where he saw the turf in front of him and took his eye off the football before he was able to reel it in. A key drop for Oil City. It'll bring up 4th down, and an injured Oiler on the field. With 4:08 left to go in this third quarter of play, and as they check on the injured player, 2 teams left with the decision. What happens on 4th down? We'll keep it here. Excuse me, the injured Oiler player is able to walk off the field with some assistance. Hope he's okay. Everyone's been relatively healthy for the most part today. I've had a couple of players that have exited the field with injuries, but everyone so far has been able to return to the game. 4th down and 8 for the Oilers. We'll see what Oil City decides to do. GM's defense has faced a few 4th downs in this game, and as we mentioned, Oil City has converted 3 times on 4th down. But in this situation, they will punt. Oilers in punt formation from the GM 42-yard line. The whistle and the flag on the field. See if this is indeed the first penalty against the Oilers tonight. Or do we have a timeout call? Looks like there's a timeout call to Oil City. Flag was thrown on the field. Not exactly sure what that was about, but no penalty. Oilers will take a timeout with 4:08 to go here in this third quarter of play. Trying to get a couple of other score updates around District 10. My buddy Rob Matz, who will do our high school football rapid reaction show on the Gem City Sports Podcast Network following the games tonight. Seneca up on Mercyhurst Prep 17-7 at Veterans Stadium, that game tonight. A couple of other games in action as well. Farrell taking on Eisenhower in the other 2A semifinal, and by the end of the night tonight, we will know the matchups for next week. Some championship games along with semifinals, specifically in Class 3A. Out of the Oil City timeout, set to punt. High spiraling kick. GM's not even going to let this be touched. Bounces at the 10. This is a great kick. A coffin corner punt. Rolls out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So Matt Caro and the offense will have their work cut out for them with a 96-yard field to drive with 3:57 to go in the third quarter. Sure happy to have you with us. Isaac Petcash inside the broadcast booth. Casey Ramey, our producer. Mark Eisert, the Millennium Sound team on hand tonight. Ty Stuyvesant from General McLean helping us out with production. Again, our thanks to Athletic Director Jamie Soboleski and the members of District 10 for allowing us to be part of this game tonight. GM with their worst field position of the day from the 4-yard line. Caro in the gun. Motions a man on first down. Going to fire. Back to the left-hand side. Caught. Gabe Montroy. Got about 2 yards and then was swallowed on that left-hand side. It was Stephen Heiss who brought him down. 2nd down and 10. Still lots of time left in this game. 3:40 to go in the third quarter, but your GM, if you take a lot of time on this drive, you'd certainly like for it to end in points, down by 2 scores. Going Beachley in the backfield in the pistol set on 2nd down. Play action, Caro across the middle, and a catch is made. And a first down for Kyle McConnell. back to the 20-yard line. GM moves the sticks, and they're going to hurry back to the line. Quick moving offense for GM on 1st down and 10. Give. Beachley patient with the legs. Muscles forward for about 3 yards. 3 minutes to go in this third quarter of play. 16-7 Oil City. We have not seen any score in this third quarter so far. Lancers got the ball. 1st and goal to go at the 10-yard line on their first drive of the third quarter. Could not score. Give. Left side. Charlie Bennett trying to gain the edge. And got back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So another 3rd down coming up for the Lancers with 2.5 to go in the third quarter of play. Shout out to both fan bases, especially the GM fan base, for coming out tonight. Oil City had a tough drive as well. It's not easy. Over an hour to get to Sox Harrison Stadium, so good to see a nice full crowd on this Saturday evening, the first day of November. 3rd down, 7 yards needed. They need the 30-yard line. GM does for a 1st down. Heavy set left. Caro, time to throw. Down the field he fires for McConnell, incomplete. Stephen Heiss for Oil City got his hand on the football, and it's an incompletion for GM. Heiss was trying to force the 5th Oil City turnover of the night. And the Lancers will be punting this football away deep in their own territory. 1:57 left to go in this third quarter of play. Well, the offense still on the field for GM. And now Caro will drop back to punt. Seen this a couple of times this season. We'll get a whistle and we'll have to await the snap. Lancers needing to substitute a player onto the field. So now GM in that hybrid punt formation. And the boot is a line drive kick. Takes a nice GM bounce. And will settle at the 38. So Oil City will have it from there. 1:43 to go left in this third quarter of play. 16-7, the Whalers lead the Lancers. What a season. What a couple of years it's been for General McLean. District 10 championship a year ago. We talked about coming into the broadcast that since the start of 2024, the Lancers have lost just one time in regular and District 10 postseason to a non-District 10 team. Or to a District 10 opponent, I should say, excuse me. Cathedral Prep, the only loss on their schedule from last year in 2024. Of course, defeats to Newcastle and Du Bois. It's been a lot of success outside of that. Trying to grind out a comeback with 1:41 to go in the third quarter. Give Stephen Heiss 1st down. Met at the line of scrimmage. Lost the football. Stripped by GM. Do they have it? They do. Cohen Beachley stripped it. Cohen Beachley recovered. And GM's back in business as they finally get the turnover they've been desperately needing. You could tell on that play, Cohen Beachley was going for one thing, and that was the football. If he didn't strip it, Stephen Heiss may have been gone. But Beachley takes the risk. He gets the ball loose. And the Lancers, just like that, are 42 yards away from the end zone. Beachley in motion on 1st down. Caro on the offense, back to work. Caro lobs it up the middle. Caught inside the 20. Into the 15 is Charlie Salvo. And GM right back in the red zone. A potential momentum turning event happening right now. Big play to Salvo. 1st down. Caro. End zone. Finds his man. Heading to the end zone for the touchdown is Kyle McConnell. 2 plays, 42 yards, and the Lancers, just like that, are back in business. It's playoff football, folks. Momentum changes on a dime. And Oil City, seemingly in control, up by 9, with the ball in good field position. Give it to their senior running back, Stephen Heiss. 3 plays later, GM's in the end zone. Extra points on the way, and it's through the uprights. New ball game. A strip by Cohen Beachley and a touchdown pass to Kyle McConnell. 2 plays later has the Lancers within 2. We'll step aside with 1:19 to go in the third quarter. After this, more football in this District 10 4A championship. Well, Halloween was yesterday with the Lancer student section extending it for one more night. Little costume contest going on for the Red Sea. They do a great job. Great to see all the students here at Sox Harrison Stadium. And they have been loud tonight, maybe none louder than that last play. A touchdown pass of 15 yards from Matt Cairo to Kyle McConnell, the 32nd touchdown for Cairo on the year. And the Lancers, seemingly completely out of the game, at least in terms of momentum, have turned things around. It's a 16-14 game late in the third, with 1:19 to go before the fourth quarter begins. Happy to have you with us. Isaac Petcash in the broadcast booth. We have had all but 7 points tonight, scored off of turnovers. Oil City has scored all their points off of GM turnovers. They've committed 4, have the Lancers. And GM just got 7 of their own off an Oil City fumble. Talked about the weather a little bit at the beginning of the game. There was a bit of a breeze down on field level at Sox Harrison Stadium at the beginning of the game. That's kind of died off. It is getting chilly, but it's not freezing as you would come to expect in November in Erie County. Cole Finley fires on first down and hits his man as Oil City goes back to work. That's Landon Baker, dragging defenders with him, and he has a first down catch for 13 yards to the 33. So this drive now becomes critical for both teams. Oil City up by 2, but GM with the momentum back with 1:11 to go in the third quarter of play. We expected this to be a great game. It has not disappointed so far. Gain is actually to the 35-yard line. They give Landon Baker 15, so first down and 10 from the 35 for Oil City. High formation. It's a pitch. Stephen Heiss running left. Picks up 4. McConnell there to make the tackle. Jared Corwin got him by the ankles before that. Fourth quarter promises to have some tricks, treats, and maybe more. And a 2-point game from Sox Harrison Stadium. Winner of this game, as we've talked about, will get a chance to be in the PIAA playoffs, and in all likelihood they will host that game. Remember, GM last year had to go to Clearfield in the first round. That would be flipped if that happens this season. Heiss gets the second down toss, going nowhere. And it's Jared Corwin, Johnny in the middle to make the stop. And this Lancer defensive front that features 2 Titans and Jared Corwin and Caden Hollier are starting to warm to the task in this third quarter. Third down and 4 upcoming for Oil City. And a play that will probably start the fourth quarter. That's going to do it for the third. We have a fun last 12 minutes on our hands. As the Oilers hurry up to the line, they won't snap it. Oil City 16, General McLean 14. The fourth quarter is coming up after this on your home for Lancer Athletics in the District 10 4A championship game.
This is the wedding of the century. Gotta make the most of this memory. You know who to call, yeah. You know who to call. Millennium Sound is going down. The best DJ company in town. If you wanna party, you know who to call.
Well, this has been fun so far, no doubt. A game that we expected to be a tight contest. Back and forth, we hoped. It's lived up to the bidding so far. 16-14, Oil City leads GM. As we get set to begin the fourth quarter of play from Sox Harrison Stadium. Want to thank everyone for joining us tonight on the General McLean School District Facebook page and on the Lancer Link YouTube channel. If you have anyone in town that's a football fan, tell them to get to one of those sites right now. We have a great streaming following base right now at the moment, and we'd love to see many more fans be part of our stream tonight as we go down to the wire in this District 10 championship game. 3rd down and 4 for Oil City from their own 41-yard line to begin the fourth quarter, up by 2. Lancers looking for a 3rd down stop and trying to keep this momentum after a fumble recovery led to a touchdown for GM to cut the deficit from 9-2. From the 41, high formation for the Oilers. Finley under center. Back to pass. GM with good coverage. Firing, and it's incomplete. Baker was trying to make a one-handed catch. Kyle McConnell would not allow. And it's 4th down and 4. And now another decision to be made for Oil City. There have been so many 4th down and question marks for Dan York and the Oilers tonight. They've converted 3 4th downs and have been, in a lot of ways, 50-50 as to whether or not they punt the football away or go for it. We'll see what they do here. They are lining up in punt formation, or the Oilers. So GM is set to get the football back, barring a fake. From the own 30, this is a high arcing kick. It's a good punt. Fair catch is signaled for, and a fair catch is made by Kyle McConnell at the 25. There was more than 10 minutes left on the first quarter clock. The last time General McLean had a lead in this football game. GM took the lead just a couple of minutes in, 4 plays into the game. But a touchdown pass from Matt Cairo to Jared Corwin. Oilers scored 16 unanswered points. And now GM back within 2. Can they take the lead back for the first time since the opening few minutes? Cairo in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Oil City bringing 4, stepping up. Cairo looking over the middle. It's caught. Man in stride. No one other but Charlie Salvo to the 21. That's the 3rd big catch for Charlie Salvo today. And GM is knocking on the door. All the way to the 21. Quickly goes GM. Beachley off the right tackle. Not much, but there's a flag down, and I'm not sure Oil City got all back on sides. So this is going to be a free 5 yards for the Lancers, and it would be, to my knowledge, the first penalty on the Oilers all day. Maybe the second. Regardless, the Oilers have not been guilty of many fouls today. They've played a really clean football game. But a 55-yard reception for Charlie Salvo is the big play that GM has so far on this drive. And indeed, the call was offsides against Oil City. So eliminate the play. It'll be 1st down and 5. Ball moving to the 15-yard line. Can the Lancers punch it in? Down by 2, 11:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Swenson is the man in the backfield. Swenson won't get the call. Play action fake. Corwin can't reel the pass in. This has been the area of the field, with the exception of the last drive, that GM has struggled to score. Remember, they have had twice the ball inside the 10 and have not scored. Until that last drive when they punched it in on the touchdown pass to McConnell. 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 15-yard line. 4 receivers in the pattern. Salvo in motion. They go screen, and it's a incompletion to Corwin again. They are trying to find Jared Corwin on that far side of the field. Either seeing a mismatch or something to that extent. It'll be 3rd down coming up for the Lancers. You wonder if there are two downs for GM to potentially pick this up. They need 6 yards. Then 9 is the first down in line. Kara, give, Swenson. And that might be Marshall McCormick's thought because Swenson is not going to get there. Picks up a yard to the 14. And so it's 4th down and 5, and GM is going to attempt, I believe, a field goal here to try to take the lead. Carter Sidlinger, the senior kicker, is on to attempt a 31-yard field goal. GM looking for the lead. Snap. The hold. Sidlinger's kick is blocked. Oil City got around the left edge, and somebody on that line got a paw on the football. And General McLean cannot score after a huge pass to Charlie Salvo that went 55 yards. And the Oilers will have the football back up by 2 with 10.5 minutes to go in the game. The pendulum swings back yet again. We have had so many momentum changes in this game. As we hit 9 o'clock on the East Coast, we know the Lancer fans range far and wide, whether you're still in Erie area, Edinburgh, Pennsylvania, whether you're watching from afar, we're glad you're with us. Soaking in this District 10 championship game. First down and 10. Cole Finley is upended. A loss on the play. Logan Squires behind the line brought him down. All the way back to the 16-yard line. A loss of 4. 2nd down and 14 upcoming. This General McLean defense, we said it all along, maybe the unit that doesn't get all of the praise because of what the offense is doing, but Coach Wayne Bradford has had a game plan that he reminded the team of in the locker room at halftime, and clearly it's resonated. The Lancers have not allowed a point in this second half, and they really haven't let Oil City get close. 2nd down, 14 from the Oil City 16-yard line. Finley a keep. Finley finds a bit of a crease to the 22, but another 3rd down and long upcoming. Swenson and others were there to make the tackle. Cohen Beachley diving into the play as well. Oil City has not converted a 3rd down so far in this second half of play that the Lancer defense, as we've been talking about, has dominated. 9:20 left to go in this 4th quarter. 16-14 Oilers. They need the 30 for a first down. 3-3-5 for the Lancers on 3rd down. Finley with time. Fires far sideline. Incomplete. Again, the target, Landon Baker. But that throw is over his head and incomplete, and GM will force a punt. Landon Baker has been the guy. We've talked about him a lot tonight. He's really been the main guy on offense in the passing game today. And the first half, that combination between Finley and Baker was on target. Picked up a couple of first downs on 4th downs. This half, it's been a little off. It's a lot thanks to the GM coverage in the defensive backfield. They've done a great job forcing the play to the outside and wide. GM set to get the football back. Wheel City punter from his own 11-yard line. High snap. Punts off. Kyle McConnell waiting. He won't field it at all. Probably a wise decision as it bounces to the 37 of GM and stops there. So another opportunity for the Lancers to take the lead back. With 8:48 to go in the 4th quarter, down 16-14. GM in this second half has scored a touchdown. Last drive just hit a huge play to Charlie Salvo, did GM, but could not score on a field goal from Carter Sidlinger that was blocked. New chance. Ball officially at the 36-yard line on 1st down, and a whistle and a timeout called by Oil City. So the Oilers now down to 1 timeout with 8:48 left to go in this game. And Coach Dan York wants to talk things over. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and be back. Lancers set to start their drive when we return in the PIAA District 10 Class 4A Championship game.
This is the wedding of the century. Gotta make
8:48 left to go in the fourth quarter of this District 10 PIAA 4A championship game. The Lancers and Oilers have gone back and forth tonight. Oil City up by 2, but GM with the football back. Second game between these two teams this season. Lancers won the opener in relatively convincing scoreboard fashion, 28-7. Much closer tonight. Shovel pass on first down. It's Corwin up the middle and gets about 2. And the Lancers have been through plenty of adversity in the last 2 seasons. They've had a lot of really incredibly close games, especially late in the season. Mind about the Newcastle game to start the year last year. Of course, the Cathedral Prep game was down to the wire. Then that Clearfield game in the state playoffs. So GM's no stranger to close affairs. Second down, Beachley up the middle, has a lane. 45, and bursting free near midfield for a first down is Cohen Beachley. They've started to get the senior running back loose in this second half. He's broken off a couple of big runs. And he's getting the carry again on first down into Oil City territory, and a 3-yard gain for Beachley. Clock under 8 minutes left to go. 7:54 and counting in this fourth quarter of play. 16-14 the lead for that of the Oilers. Shotgun formation again for Cairo. This time Swenson fakes, and a pass is incomplete. Cairo was not looking. It was nearly intercepted, as there were a couple of guys in that area. Kyle McConnell was the intended target, but Cairo did not see the corner sprinting to that football and nearly got the pick for Oil City. So now it's third down. And again, the question mark becomes, is it 4-down territory for GM? It's 3rd and 7 from the 49-yard line. 7:37 left to go. Lancers down by 2, shotgun formation. Man comes in motion. Cairo eyeing it deep, fires it down the field. McConnell, incomplete. Coverage provided by Cole Finley as McConnell was trying to get loose. But the deep ball fails, and it's 4th down and 7, and GM with a decision to make. If you're Coach Marshall McCormick, the defense has been beyond stingy in the second half. They've been tremendous. They've pitched a second half shutout. And it appears that that's the thinking of McCormick. GM's going to go for it on 4th and 7 from the 49 of Oil City. Tight end in motion. What will the Lancers do on 4th down? Oilers bringing pressure. Cairo up the middle. It is incomplete. Was trying to find Corwin. The throw maybe was impacted a bit by the pressure, and the big tight end can't reel it in. And Oil City forces a turnover on downs near midfield. A great play design idea. Corwin was open for a moment, but I think the Oilers brought at least 6 on the play. And that pressure up the middle forced Cairo to throw the football away kind of early. So the Lancers cannot find the end zone. 7:23 to go in the game. 16-14 Oil City in front. Lancers do have all 3 timeouts. Still plenty of time left in this game. But it continues to dwindle, does that clock. First down and 10. Cole Finley, the quarterback. Going to keep it? Not much. Just 2 yards. GM's defense just warming to the task. Swenson there. A couple of others there as well to make the play. Luke Murawski was one to the play quickly as well. 7 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. The crowd has gone from excited to nervous to anxious to optimistic to now just biting their fingernails, as everyone should at this point in the game. Second down. Here comes a pop pass. Maishawn Mills, his first touch as a receiver in the second half, picks up about 5. They've been trying to get Maishawn Mills going in this second half. They've thrown him a couple of deep balls, hasn't worked. Finally get him a football on an easy pitch and catch behind the line of scrimmage. Another third down. Third down and 4 for the Oilers. Maybe a long 3 where they spot the football with 6:10 to go in this game. Can the Lancers get another stop? 6:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. Oil City hurrying up to the line. Play clock at 6, now 5. They got to hurry. Finley taking it himself. Up the middle, and he's got a first down. Dives inside the 35 to the 32, and Oil City moves the sticks. Well, for General McLean, you don't want to give up a touchdown on this drive, no doubt. If you do, your next order of business is you have to block an extra point. You have to stop a 2-point conversion. Oil City has not attempted a PAT today. Both of their touchdowns, they went for 2. So, again, not sure if it's a situation where you believe you have a better chance of getting a 2 than you do of kicking an extra point, or if that's just the way that they want to do things in the championship game. Finley again gets the call behind a parade of blockers and runs straight into the arms of Morosky after a 7-yard pickup. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The clock starts to become a factor just a bit. GM does have all 3 timeouts. There's still time for the Lancers, but you would love to get a stop sooner rather than later. If there is an offense, though, in District 10 that can score quickly, it would be the red and white. Oilers in no hurry. Play clock at 9, now 8. Shotgun formation for Oil City. 3 receivers in the pattern. Cole Finley, he's taken it the last 3 plays himself. And guess what? He'll do it again. He's got room. Inside the 20. Bouncing off a tackler, and he's all the way down to the 12-yard line. So Oil City, after not doing much offensively in the second half, is putting together a nice drive that started in their own territory. And the clock with 4:23 on it, continuing to wind. Ball sitting on the 13-yard line officially. GM coming into this game running an 8-game win streak. Oil City has taken the last 6 games of their own. Something's got to give in the last 4:05. It has been the Cole Finley show on this drive. He's taken the football for the last 4 straight plays, and they're going to give it to him again on 1st and goal. Trying to string out the defense. Not going to get very far on 1st down. Lancers stringing him out well. It's Gabe Montroy who took him down after a couple of yards. And more importantly, it stops the clock as Finley went out of bounds. 3:51 left to go in the fourth. And the ball sitting straight on the 10-yard line. So Oil City can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. They need the 3-yard line, I believe, to do so. Yes, the 3. And the Lancers with all their timeouts. Can GM get that big defensive stop? I formation on 2nd down. Finley, the give, Heiss, taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Nick Swenson said not today as he came storming from that linebacker spot and made the tackle. And it's 3rd down and about 8 from the 11-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Now a situation where you'd like to think Cole Finley's got to put this ball in the air. Again, like we said, the kicking game has not been a factor tonight for Oil City. Not to say that they won't kick one. 3rd down. Give, Heiss, nothing doing. Jared Corwin with a big bear hug for a loss of 3. And now the Oilers are way behind the sticks. As Corwin was shot out of a cannon. I'm surprised that Heiss even was able to get that football before Corwin took him down. And it's 4th down. 2:48 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 4th down and 10 yards from the 13. Blake Stevens is on the sideline warming up. Excuse me, it's not Blake Stevens, it's Landon Riley, who's warming up on the sidelines. And Oil City is going to take a timeout with 2:26 to go. So that is the final timeout for Oil City. They are out of timeouts with 2:26 to go. And a huge decision to be made for Coach Dan York. It's 4th and 10 from the 13. The Whalers can get to the 3 for a first down. And the GM defense looking to make a big stand. And it's come down to the very end, ladies and gentlemen. 2 8-1 teams separated by over an hour in driving distance, but these fans tonight have been extremely passionate. They've been loud. On a cool, crisp November night, it's everything you could possibly want from a high school football game in the District 10 playoffs. Winner moves on, loser goes home. There is no tomorrow for the one who falls in this game. 4th down and 10 from the 13-yard line, and Oil City keeps the offense on the field. Can GM come up with a stop and try to get the ball back to take the lead again? Shotgun formation, Oil City, 2 receivers left. Stephen Heist, the running back to the left of quarterback Cole Finley. Oil City tried to get GM to jump, back on side. Finley rolling, fires, end zone, it is incomplete. GM's defense comes up big. Kyle McConnell knocked it away. It was intended for Spence Singleton, and the Lancers get the 4th down stop. And with 2:20 on the clock and 3 timeouts, it is up to Matt Caro and his 32 touchdowns this season to drive the ball 87 yards for either a game-winning touchdown or a potential game-winning field goal. Everyone hold on. We got an ending on our hands. Empty set, first down, Caro. Quick screen, it is caught into the hands of the receiver. And a big gain for GM out to the 35-yard line. McConnell made the grab. There's a flag down to the 27. On the near sideline, near the Oil City bench, and we'll check the flag. And the Lancers are already moving backwards. Looks like this huge gain might be nullified, and it is. Offensive pass interference is the call against GM. Well, it was an intended pick play. Kyle McConnell was going behind the receiver that was also on the left-hand side, trying to almost act as a ball screen that you'd see in basketball. And when done right, it's an effective play. When not, it's OPI. And now the Lancers are really backed up. Back to the 6-yard line. 1st and 16 now. 2:14 to go, and it's 94 yards GM needs for Pater. Shotgun formation. 5 in the pattern again for Matt Caro. Checking over his options from the sideline. Oilers pressuring in the box. Now they back off. Caro looking deep. Hit as he throws and fires incomplete. Nearly intercepted as Caro was hit as he let it go, and I think it forced the ball up into the air. And Oil City had a guy right near the pigskin and was oh so close to an interception touchdown. So the Lancers evade dodge there. 2:08 to go. 2nd and 16. 5 in the pattern again for Caro. 4-man rush. Good protection. Caro now in trouble. Fires right side, incomplete. Tried to find Kyle McConnell, but again, that last-second pressure forcing the throw a little wide. So an interesting decision for GM on 3rd and 16. You do have all your timeouts. 2:02 left to go. If you don't get it here, do you punt? Lancer fans hoping it doesn't come to that. 2:02 on the 4th quarter clock. Both crowds getting on their feet. As Caro checking his options. Cohen Beachley is sidecar right. Lancers down by 2. 3rd and 16. They need the 28 for a first down. Caro winds up and lets it go. Incomplete. Trying to find Montroy at the 30-yard line. It was double covered, and Cole Finley broke it up. And the Lancers, with 1:55 to go, really don't have a choice. They're going to punt. Or at least it appears they're going to punt. Ball's at the 6-yard line of General McLean. Lancers have all their timeouts, but at this point, do you risk it? Matt Caro is back in punt formation in his end zone. Oil City has no one back, and Caro will punt this one away. Skyhook of a kick, and a nice Lancer bounce, and it will be touched at the 48 of GM. So now the scenario is pretty straightforward for General McLean. You need a 3-and-out. 147, all 3 timeouts. If Oil City picks up 1 first down, the game is effectively on ice. This Lancer defense has been tremendous all second half. They have not allowed a point. They have allowed Oil City to cross midfield just 1 time. And now Coach Wayne Bradford and that GM defense needing a huge stop more than ever to try to keep their season alive and give the ball back to the offense. From the GM 48-yard line, 1st and 10 Oilers. Cole Finley in the shotgun. He has run quarterback draw for the majority of this 4th quarter, and he does it again. Flag down, Finley up the middle for a 5-yard gain, but a marker in the backfield. And this more than likely in the area of a holding penalty. If that's the case, it's huge. It's a 10-yard penalty. It stops the clock. It's a chop block. Even worse for Oil City. So a 15-yard penalty against the Oilers is going to move the ball back into OC territory, but worse, it's 1st and 25. So General McLean gets a gigantic break here because now a 3-and-out looks a little more possible than what it was just a moment ago. 1:42 on the 4th quarter clock. GM down by 2. Oil City with the football. The Lancers have all 3 timeouts. Cole Finley in the shotgun. Stephen Heist to his right. Finley gonna keep it. Gets dragged down to the line of scrimmage. Great defense from General McLean. Beachley got him by the shoestrings before he could get very far. And Finley maybe picked up 1, if that. General McLean will take their first timeout. 1:37 left on the 4th quarter clock. If General McLean can get the football back, they would have about 1:15, maybe 1:10, and no timeouts. It is worth keeping in mind as we continue down the stretch. If GM does get a chance to get the ball back, Carter Sidlinger did have a field goal attempt blocked from 31 yards earlier in this 4th quarter. What drama from Sox Harrison Stadium with 1:37 left to go in this 4th quarter of the District 10 4A championship game. General McLean looking for their 2nd consecutive District 10 title. Oil City trying to be the kings of 4A and D10. 2nd down and 25. Finley did not gain anything on that 1st down run from the 37. And if you're Oil City, the last thing you want to do is turn the football over. Finley gonna throw deep down the sideline for Maishawn Mills. It is incomplete. What a defensive play by the Lancers. And guess who? Charlie Bennett broke it up. So Dan York goes for the kill shot, trying to hit Mills on a deep route down the sideline. And for a second, Mills actually had the football, but Bennett knocked it away at the last second. So it's 3rd down and 25. And that's a risk-reward play because now GM will have a chance to get the ball back if they get a stop here with a timeout. GM still with 2 timeouts in their back pocket. 90 seconds to go. See what happens on 3rd down. What do the Oilers do? They need 25 yards. Finley gonna take it himself. Up the middle with room. Finley at midfield. Looking to get the 1st down. And he's gonna be close. Out of bounds. Where is the spot? He needed the 37 for a 1st down, and he got to the 37. 1st down for Oil City with 1:30 on the clock. What a run from Cole Finley. Evading the pressure, bouncing out to the left side and picking up 25 yards on 3rd and 25. And so Oil City with a first down. Now, the clock is stopped. GM still has 2 timeouts left. And this is interesting now. The clock did not start on that last play. The clock was at 1 minute 30 seconds on 3rd down. It's still at 1:30. So Oil City fans are on their feet incensed because they thought the clock should have been running, and it should have. The play went on. So now the big question is how many seconds get taken off this clock? I would say probably 8 seconds, maybe 9. Should probably reset the clock to 1:22 would be my guess. We'll see. 1:23. So the clock at 1:23, GM with 2 timeouts. Mathematically, the game is not over. Going out of bounds, if you're Cole Finley, helps GM at least in the sense that they don't have to take a timeout. So 2 timeouts for GM, 1:23 on the clock. But now it is desperate times for the Lancers. They absolutely need a 3 and out. 1 more first down for Oil City, and this game is indeed over. From the Lancer 37 on first down, Finley. Going to keep it himself. Breaks a tackle. Trying to get to the outside, and he picks up a nice gain on first down to the 31. It's a 6-yard gain on first down. 1:15 to go in the game, and GM calls their second timeout. What a battle it has been. Both of these teams have played such incredible defense. There have been chances on both sides. Some have been converted, some have not. Regardless of how this game ends, it is certainly a shame that one of these teams have to lose. Second down and 4 for the Oilers from the GM 31-yard line. And a reminder, the winner of this game will move on to the PIAA 4A state playoffs and will play an opponent to be determined. A game that will, in all likelihood, be a home game for the winner. Second down and 4. Lancers trying to stay alive, needing a defensive stop. Cole Finley in the shotgun. GM's got 7 in the box. Finley keeps. Gets to the 27. Does he have a first down? He's close. Had a second effort to try to get across the line, and they're going to give him the first down. And that will, barring something crazy, do it. And there's the official signal. First down, Oil City. And the Oiler fans can feel it now. Lancers have used their final timeout with 1:09 left to go. Well, it has no doubt been an incredibly memorable season for General McLean. 8 straight wins after an opening night loss to DuBois. A couple of big wins in region. Of course, a rivalry victory over Fort LaBeouf, beating these Oilers back in September. That huge win against Cathedral Prep at home 2 weeks ago. But tonight it appears that the drive to get back to states is going to come up just short. 1:09 to go. Cole Finley drops to a knee, and the Lancers cannot stop the clock. Credit where credit is due. The Oil City Oilers, a team that thought they would have to play another game just to get to play GM. Getting to advance to the District 10 championship game after Meadville dropped out. And are about to pull off a huge win. An incredible season comes to an end on this first night of November. The Oil City Oilers are the District 10 Class 4A champions in 2025. Teams shake hands at midfield. in a game that was just a back-and-forth seesaw affair, but one that goes the way of the Oilers. Well, fans, before we let you go, we want to just say thank you to all of you for joining us tonight. We had an incredible following on the live stream, both on Facebook and on YouTube. And just a few people to thank as well. Of course, first of all, thanks to Athletic Director Jamie Soboleski and PIAA District 10 for allowing us to be a part of this broadcast tonight and for helping us through making sure we could get on the air tonight. Huge thanks to Ty Stuyvesant at General McLean for being a part of this broadcast and for helping us out from the technical side, as well as General McLean students for helping us out on camera as well. They did a tremendous job tonight. Our huge thanks to Millennium Sound and Mark Eisert for not only assisting us with the broadcast, but sponsoring tonight's broadcast and making sure that we had everything ready, set to go, and of course making things look as incredible as they always are. Most importantly, thanks to the man standing to my left tonight, Casey Ramey, who was an incredible General McLean student, helped make these broadcasts possible, doing great things at Edinboro, and coming back to help us out for another playoff run here in 2025. Of course, thank you to you, the fans, as well, and to head coach Marshall McCormick and the staff. A season that, of course, ended earlier than they would have hoped, but a season to be proud of, no doubt, as the Lancers end the year 8-2, a region championship, and a hard-fought battle in the District 10 championship game. From all of us at General McLean, I'm Isaac Petcash saying so long from Sox Harrison Stadium. The final score one more time, the Oil City Oilers 16 and the General McLean Lancers 14. This has been a production of Lancer Link, brought to you by Millennium Sound. We thank you all for watching and hope you have a wonderful and safe rest of your weekend. Take care.